Only thing I know about Hozier is that one day when I was driving through downtown, he was performing. Well, he was finishing performing, so everybody was leaving, and I got caught in 45 minutes of traffic going through Jacksonville downtown because of Hozier. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who that is, and it was just kind of annoying to me. So I refuse to listen to his music.
He had like that one really big song, and he even had another one. Like I think his was damn near 2023 too, or 2024. That it was just another big Target bop. You hear it on commercials and stuff like that. Type of
I
artist he
gotta get
is.
more cultured. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know much about that side of culture. I gotta expose myself. You know what I'm saying?
I
Shout out to
guess.
them, Blue Eyed Soul. This is episode 79 of the Rhythm and Rhymes podcast. I'm your host, AJ Hughes. I'm here with my co-host Antonio Hughes, and it's a short docket, but it's an interesting docket. You know what I'm saying? The album that I don't know if we've all been waiting on it, but I'm glad it's here. You know what I'm saying? Central C, Can't Rush Greatness. I think this is a good debut, but what were your thoughts on the project?
I like this project a lot. Honestly, I feel like you could kind of see Central C trying a lot of stuff on here. Like, I feel like he tried a lot of different, maybe not a lot of different flows, but it felt like he was trying out a lot of different sounds and a lot of different stuff like that. I even saw him when he was on that guy, Black Boy Max's stream or whatever. He was sitting there playing around with some different types of beats. I saw him try on some Brazilian style beats, so that was pretty interesting. But clearly, up to this point, or leading up to this album, he had been working with a range of artists. Like we saw him with Young Meek on here. That was one of my favorite songs. Gata, a great song. And then the song with Dave, I really liked as well. I feel like the one thing I love about Dave is when you hear him rap, everything is really like clear and pointed. Like I feel like every bar you hear, every bar you hear, every like it's really hard to miss some of those lines that he puts out. But
Do you think that Central C wrote the hook?
probably he seems more of a hook guy than Dave to me.
Go back and listen to that hook again. It's too crazy. It's too crazy. I feel like Dave was like, "Yo, I got a hook in a beat. I got a hook in a beat." Like you listen to it, it's like go back and listen to it. Listen to the second hook into Dave's verse, and you'll
Okay.
be like, "Oh, it's basically like he wrote the entire thing." That's what I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah,
But
I thought Sench's verse on there was crazy though. Like I feel like that was one of
yeah,
his best verses on the album. And I feel like GBP sounded pretty good within the flow of the album. And then I would say my other favorite song was I think it was called Top Freestyle. Was that what it was called? Sorry,
yeah,
I don't have the
yeah, yeah.
album in front of me right now. But yeah, those are some of my favorite songs, and I definitely think this was a good project. And I think he's definitely starting to not even just like get American eyes, like he's really starting to build a real American fan base. Because even like my roommate, I was playing it outside the like in the living room, and he was like, "Oh, this is that new Central C, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Bro, this is album of the year for sure." Like I was like, "It's only January, but I'll take your word for it until I finish it."
I was gonna ask. I'm gonna get into what I thought of like different songs and stuff, but I was gonna ask you like in terms of rap, like what album in the last year has from a newcomer?
A
Let me say a
newcomer.
newcomer. The first album I thought of was Gunna, the One of One. But other
Yeah,
than that, like from a newcomer, like you could say Corday's project. I went back and checked what we had as like albums of the year and stuff. And like the younger acts, you could say Corday's album, but he's not even really new anymore. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like I don't know. Ice Spice definitely better than that. So I don't know. Like Dochi, like Dochi's is. I
Dochi
feel like might be
Dochi
better
would
than this.
be Dochi would probably be my one. Dochi or I mean, Sir's not rap. That's one I thought of that just hasn't came out in a while, and that's not his first project.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know, bro.
I can think of nobody new that really had like a really hard hitting project last year, and if they did, we
Yeah,
didn't talk about it.
it's early. It's too early to call it, but it's an interesting
Right?
conversation. I would say from this album, like I like that you can see the progression album to album,
Yeah,
right? And you can see him like if you listen to rappers, they use certain rhyme schemes a lot. Like they'll
yeah,
repeat certain rhyme schemes, and if they're like actually progressing, that's how I look at it. Like if they're like changing, you'll see the rhyme schemes change. And he had like a couple play off of words on this project that were like plays off of like previous rhyme schemes, which I thought was dope. One of the songs he had one oh, the one with Young Miko. He said, "If I give her my MX, I don't need to give her the pin. She could just tap." I just laughed at that because that was the whole spinner thing, and I give
yeah.
her the pin in my. It was a couple of those on here. I listened to the diss. I want to know if you what you thought about that diss by H. But I listened to the 5 Star track, and it was one of those where it was like it was not that serious. Like it didn't call for a diss track, but I'm here for it. I'm here for it, but it didn't call for a diss track. Like if you go back and listen to the bar, he just said he was writing his speech and he lost to a guy named H. I was like, yo, to go in the booth and have that much like them back, kind of a lot. But I'm here for raps. You know what I'm saying? I also said Dave wrote the hook. Limitless is probably one of my favorite songs on the album.
Mhm.
That one's hard. And then Skepta had the best verse on the project to me.
You think
To
so?
me, the way he played off of like the 10, like the song is called 10, and he
Mhm.
played off of the 10 with like 5 or 6 different bars. That was hard. And then, do you know who Sloan is?
I don't. I do
The
not.
painter.
No, I don't.
Okay. So Skepta had, I'm gonna share my screen in a second, but Skepta had a bar on there that said pretty face girl with beautiful lips. Kind of looked like she was drawn by Sloan, right? All right, I'm gonna show you some of Sloan's painting real quick. Cause this shit. All right, here we go. Let me share my screen. I fucking did it. I laughed. Bruh. He just slipped that in there. Like we didn't like I didn't catch that. Like that was a diss. That was a diss for sure.
But this
I
on
just
a
thought it was
girl?
funny. Bruh, if you're drawing like if you look like this, bro,
But
if
no,
you
but
saying you look like this, it's a diss.
maybe it was more so on the side of the big lips thing, because clearly all those he's accentuating the
None of
lips.
these are beautiful. None of these are pretty. I just thought it was funny. Yeah. I like this project a lot. I will
Yeah.
say, like, Central C, he's doing some maniacal stuff right now in terms of like putting together, like launching a career.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff he's doing on here is so subtle, but marketing wise, it makes so much sense. Like there was a bunch of people on Twitter talking about like how Kai does fake reactions now. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think he like whether he does or not doesn't really matter. But put just even to put Kai on the song, Walking in Wardrobe, it was like you knew that was gonna be a clip that was gonna get circulated and all that jazz. That song is hard too. Walking in
Right.
Wardrobe, the
Yeah.
beat switch. I love a good beat switch. But yeah, shout out Central C. I love this project.
Shout out Cinch, man. Yeah, good project for sure.
I want to see him live. I want to see if he could like actually rap live.
I wonder if he's a good performer or not.
Yeah, we'll see. At some point, I'll see him. He be performing. He be on the road a lot. So if I can get a ticket, I'm gonna try him.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's get into. I found this to be a little bit interesting. I don't know what you thought about it, but Splice is a producer platform. That's where they get like sounds, loops,
Mhm.
samples, etc. And they analyze like the fastest growing and then the top 10 genres on Splice. I'll read them off and then I'll ask if any of them are surprising. Okay. 1, plug-in B. 2, K-pop. This is fastest growing. We'll throw it up on the screen. 3, drift. Wait, 3, Jersey Club. 4, drift punk. I don't know what that says.
Funk.
5, it says funk
Yeah, it's like funk or something like that.
with a PH. Interesting. Okay. 5, melodic techno. 6, big room house. 7, rage. 8, melodic house. 9, Afro house. Those are the only genres that grew. Genres that went down, which I found was interesting. UK drill, dance hall went really down. Neo soul went down. Reggaeton went down, which I thought was kind of crazy. These other ones are like old man genres, so I'm not really surprised. But what do you think of this list? Surprising?
It's not really surprising just based on where we're at. I feel like obviously House has been making a big comeback, and it was really big in the past year for sure. Like I feel like we saw a lot of artists, even outside of the, I guess, the black house side of stuff, the white house side of stuff was also growing in its own way. I feel like even, I guess, Rage would kind of be what, like rock to me. Like, and I feel like rock has kind of made a comeback. Like you've seen it through rap, and you kind of seen some different rock bands. Like I've seen one or two that I maybe have heard and liked. And K-pop being that high up is kind of confusing to me, because I feel like that would be something
Yeah.
that was on the decline, but it seems like it's only been getting bigger. So I don't know.
Yeah. It the article also did say like take some of this with a grain of salt because like so there were I think they said they had 48 million downloads total
Mhm.
and the Plug and Be, the number one, it's like a R&B shoot off that's like popular on TikTok, I guess. It only has 700,000 downloads in
Mm.
terms of the sample packs. So like it's a fast growing one, but it doesn't have like a large share of the market, I guess.
Mm.
Which is why I also thought the top 10 genres was interesting. Hip hop at number one, trap number two, R&B number three, house number four, pop five, soul six, cinematic seven, EDM 8, techno house 9, and then techno 10. Yo, if you listen to techno, seek help. I just want to say. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think it is? I feel like this was pretty much like to be expected. I feel like this is pretty on
It seems
theme, I guess.
yeah, it seems pretty on par to me. I think even I feel like house is gonna keep rising for
Yeah.
sure. EDM's gonna keep rising. We're probably gonna see a shakeup in like hip hop and trap falling in the next couple of years, but who knows?
How yeah, I think house is like it's a result of I don't want to say a symptom or a result, but I feel like the place we've gotten to in terms of like the nightlife scene, the music scene, I feel like that's the response is house. I feel
Yeah.
like I keep seeing articles about the amount of like nightclubs closing, not just in America, but in Europe and in Canada too. So I've seen a lot of like nightclubs closing around the world. And I feel like I mean, that plays on what type of music people are making, right? Like
Mhm.
they're making music for different environments. And if nightclubs aren't the environment, I feel like people are looking for like alternative ways to listen to music. And like I told you, like house music is super chill. A lot of times it'd be in apartments, you know what I'm saying? Rooftop vibe. So I think it makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense. Like the world has been changing, so you're gonna see changes in how music is being listened to, what music is being listened to.
Other than that, there was a couple stuff in new music that I wanted to go over quickly. Cal Banks put out another single. I think Cal Banks is putting out an album. He's put out like 4 singles over the last 4 months. So I think we're getting a Cal Banks project. I'm hyped, you know what I'm saying? TDE producer from Dallas. Shout out him. This song was just okay to me, but I thought it was worth mentioning.
Yeah, it was solid. I listened to it once. Definitely will be listening for Cowbanks. I think we're just gonna start getting just all the TDE. Maybe Punch felt the pressure with the PD Lang shit. Maybe Kendrick got something working we don't know about.
I don't know. They over there. Yo, I'm excited for the Super Bowl. I'm starting to see more ads for it, so I'm interested to see the halftime show. You know what I'm saying? Sadly, my Lions, you know what I'm saying?
So I was sick
Yeah.
too. Trust me, I was sick.
Yeah,
That was a
shout out
rough day.
Detroit, man. Shout out Detroit. But bad choices, Larry June, 2 Chains, Alchemist. Larry June did say there's another Alchemist project coming out. I think I might be getting Larry June fatigue, but this is a great 2 Chains verse. That's what I have for the song.
It was a great 2 Chains verse this year.
He sound great over the Alchemist, but my thing is like you get fatigue of an artist. Like, bro, Larry June is never stopping. You know what I mean? Shout out to him. But I was like, bro, this sound like every other Larry June song.
Yeah. I mean, I guess this could be one of the downfalls of being like a more so solo artist because you could just drop as much as you want whenever you want and keep dropping the same thing and nobody could tell you different, like real shit. So, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought it was a decent
Yeah.
song too.
I do think there is something to like people missing you though.
Yeah.
Like it's harder to do when you're independent and it takes longer to get to that point, I feel like. But when you can, it definitely does play. Like building anticipation. Like I know the space between the Tyler the Creator project, it's like when it's rollout time, everybody's hyped because it's been a year, 2 years, whatever. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it is I guess a interesting back and forth. I'm not mad at the song though. Like I said, I might listen to this again. 2 Chains got off, in my opinion. So,
Yeah.
other than that, Magic's put out a single called Winter and Summer. He's on Mavin Records, which is where Ira Star is, and that's where Rema is. I think Magic's is fire. Every single he's put out to me has been fire. Like,
Mhm.
uh, he has so many songs that I love, bro. So many songs. But where's the album? That's what I want to know. It's been too long. It's been too long. Like he's put out mad singles, and I'm ready for an album. That's all I wanted to say. This is great. This is R&B. This is Afro R&B. That's what genre I would put it in.
No problem. We're gonna check this out.
All right. You want to tell me about Teddy Swims though, bro? Introduce me to the Blue Eyed Soul. Introduce me. Put me on.
Yeah, I guess we'd call it Blue Eyed Soul, but not last year, in 2023, Teddy Swims had put out I Tried Everything But Therapy. So it was a really big album at the time. Lose Control was on there. It had a lot of good singles on there that I really liked, but he put out part to that. And one thing I did like about this is that it wasn't like deluxe, I guess. It was more so like that second half of the album, kind of like Lana when SZA put it out, but this has some good songs on it. You're Kind of Crazy was probably my favorite song. I feel like he really showed his vocal ability on there. I think the collab with him and Gibby Allen was really good as well. Also had Glorilla and Coco Jones on here, which was an interesting song. So definitely something to check out, but just a quick hitter. Something else to talk
Glorilla
about.
and Teddy Swims. Is it like still R&B?
Yeah, like it's a little bit faster paced, but it's the R&B. Yeah.
You know a song I actually liked that I didn't think I would like, and it was a collab that I wouldn't have really considered. It was Money Long and Glorilla. It was called Leave My Baby Tonight. I thought it was it. Glorilla's verse on there is funny to me. The song is good, but her verse on there is funny to me. It's like,
Was that like kind of
wow.
like the Christmas song?
Nah, you're thinking of Glorilla and Kehlani.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was sick. That was we
that
gonna
was
look back.
gross.
It came
That was
out.
gross.
Glorilla has moments where it's like, yo, who told you to do this? Like, do the cha cha. Remember the cha cha song? It was
Yeah.
that. And then this. It was like, yo, who needed this collab? I never needed to hear Glorilla and Kehlani. I'm just saying.
Oh God, sometimes you just wonder who's in the camp like, when you see shit like that.
Yo, let me A&R. Let me A&R. If LeBron can A&R, if somebody can A&R that Christmas song, I can A&R. Yo, when I get my
Definitely could.
first like album credit, ain't nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. Ain't nobody gonna be. It's gonna be on somebody gonna come play me their album. I'm like, yo, maybe you add the chords here. You know, move track 2 to track 7, track 4 to track 3, and then you finna get the credit. It's finna be that simple.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's kind of like them dudes you said, but just be in the studio, just add a snare here, and then you get a credit.
Bro, Bron A&R the 2 Chainz project.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Anyway, songs you want to leave the people with. What do you want to leave the people with? You know what I'm saying? Any Teddy Swims music? Somebody else? What do you think?
One sec. I don't know why this is on the wrong page. I could leave y'all with still over here listening to the Freddie Gibbs project. So Theodoris, Freddie Gibbs. That's a good song off that project. And then
Shout out Freddie Gibbs.
yeah. And then I heard this Lost Without You flip by Ombre. That was crazy. Everybody go listen to that. She watched that Robin Thicke White nigga. So
Wait, she did the Lost Without You.
yeah, like she did
Nah.
I guess like it wouldn't be
We
a
stole
remix.
it back.
Yeah, we stole it back. We stole it back. Hey, Robin Thicke, give it back. All that. We need all of the soul.
Oh
We're
yeah,
taking
yeah,
it
yeah,
back.
yeah, yeah. He got this nigga out of here. Yeah, she got this nigga out of here. Yeah, Robin Thicke, you out of here, nigga. Yeah, you gone. Actually, nah, he got another one too, though. He got another one too. Blurred Lines.
Yeah, yeah, but he stole that too.
Somebody go cover.
He stole that too.
Yo, we're gonna blackwash. We're blackwashing history. Fuck it. Somebody go cover Blurred Lines so we can get this man out of here.
We didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, JT's next. Justin Timberlake's next, but those are my 2 songs.
That's actually, I just listened to like 3 seconds and I'm like, yeah, that's a hit. So yeah, definitely check that out. I got 2 songs for y'all this week. First, you know what I'm saying? I'll go Heady One.
Okay.
Tipsy by Heady One and H. That beat is hard. That beat is hard. The Heady One project just continues to get better for me. I keep listening back. If you like UK rap, you can deal with an accent. Good rap project. So Tipsy by H. And then the second one that I would give y'all, More On My Piano. More On My Piano, y'all. Adiwele by Young Stunner, Kabza De Small, and DJ Matt Porissa. I learned how to say it. That video that we have on our YouTube page, every 2 weeks somebody tells me I said it wrong. I can't go back in time, y'all. Matt Porissa, I got you. So those are my 2 songs. Tipsy by Heady One and H, and then Adiwele by Young Stunner. Shout out SA, South Africa. You know what I'm saying? Not much else. You know what I'm saying? Not much else. All I got for y'all is, I'm gonna continue to put that shit on and put y'all on to new tunes. That's what I got.
And now you're Mr. Put that shit on. All right.
I
All
am.
right, all
I
right, bro.
literally am. Bro, people meet me. Yo, I was out at a restaurant on chill shit on Friday. You know what I'm saying? Somebody walked by. Yo, I like your jacket. I wanted to say I know, but I didn't. I said thank you. You know what I'm saying? Somebody walked by. Yo, I fuck with your braids. Yo, I know. But thank you. I'm humble. Stay keep it humble. You know what I'm saying? Every time I step out, somebody is complimenting me. I'm him. I'm him. Y'all seen the progression. Y'all have seen the progression. Ain't that crazy? We'll see y'all next week.